What is going on, all my Ohio high school football fans out there? My friends, it is official. It is in the books for the 2022, the best rivalry in the state of Ohio. The Massillon Tigers defeating the Canton Mckinley Bulldogs by the score of 23-13. My friends, it was one of those games that just last week in my last video about these two teams, I talked about win streaks. And I also said it was sad that one of these teams had to lose and break their win streak. Well, it was the Canton Mckinley Bulldogs that broke their 5-game win streak to go to 5-5 on the year. The Massillon Tigers fans, they're celebrating big time, winning their 8th straight game to go to 8-1 on the season, and a lot of momentum going into the Ohio high school football playoffs coming up next week. Now, my friends, let me run some things down here. Massillon Tigers, Division II, Region 7, own the #1 spot, which means they will host the first 2 rounds at Paul Brown Stadium. Let's be honest, when you host the rounds of football at your home stadium, that is a big advantage, no doubt about it. McKinley, on the other hand, even losing to Massillon today, McKinley will still make the playoffs. They are Division I, Region 1, and they will coming in at number 6. The good news is they will host a first-round playoff game at home. So that's the good news there. Moving on, my friends, Massillon marks their 75th career all-time win over the Bulldogs. 7 straight victories over the Bulldogs and 10 out of the last 11 meetings over the Canton Mckinley Bulldogs. So, my friends, it was a type of game that started out this way. Massillon jumped on the Bulldogs very early and never looked back. They got the scoring going with a 40-yard touchdown pass, slaughter to their standout receiver, Ardell Banks, for a 40-yard touchdown grab to go up 7-0. And at that point, it was all Massillon. Massillon led 21-7 at half. And like I said, they never looked back. A big game for Wiltrell Hartson, another big game, scoring 2 rushing touchdowns. And I said last week, if McKinley had any chance of upsetting Massillon, they had to stop Hartson. They couldn't do it. You know, when you look at this lineup from beginning to end, signal caller Slaughter, what a game he played. And overall, what a season he's had so far. And he's just going to continue this success throughout the playoffs. Ardell Banks, what more can you say about this big wide receiver? Sure-handed, very quick, played an outstanding game, led the Tigers in receptions and receiving yards. What more can you say about the Tigers' defense? They stymied the McKinley Bulldogs offense the whole game. McKinley just couldn't get on track. You know, I do give them credit. When it was 21-0, I'm thinking, wow, you know, this is going to be a blowout, possible shutout. McKinley did make a game of it in the second half, I will say. Keaton Road led a decent comeback. But again, you know, Massillon was just too much. You know, my hat's off to Nate Moore. What a season he's had so far with an 8-1 record and big-time momentum going in to the first round of the playoffs next week. And again, when you stop and look at these two teams, rich in tradition football programs on both sides, you know, McKinley has nothing to be ashamed about. They really don't. You know, again, they were down 21-0. They scored the next 13 points to cut that lead. So, again, I thought Antonio Hall did a great job and has been doing a great job with the Canton Mckinley Bulldogs. Prior to this game, the Bulldogs had a 5-game win streak. So, nothing to hang your heads about if you're a Canton McKinley Bulldog fan, player, coach, nothing. Again, they're coming in Division I, Region 1, ranked number 6. This was a team that started off the 2022 season 0-4. So again, my hats goes off to Coach Hall with how he ended up getting his team to come around in the second half of the season and get their act together. On the other side of the ball, you have the Massillon Tigers. Obviously, they're flying high without a doubt. 8 straight victories. What more can you say for Nate Moore? They got off to a really tough start to open up the 2022 football campaign when they faced powerhouse Cincinnati Moeller. We all know it didn't go as the Massillon fans, Tigers, wanted it to go. But nonetheless, Massillon turned their season around after the first game of the season, losing to Moeller by ripping off 8 straight games. And this is where we're at right now. Massillon Tigers, 8-1. Number 1 in Division II, Region 7. Canton McKinley Bulldogs, they fall to 5-5, but it's still good enough to qualify for the 2022 football campaign for Ohio high school football. My friends out there, if you like this video, which I hope you do, please click on the like button. If you are new to my channel, checking me out for the first time, please click on the subscribe button. And like always, please comment down below about this fantastic rivalry. Like I said, Massillon beating the Canton McKinley Bulldogs 23-13. But nonetheless, both teams played their hearts out today. And like I said, both teams should hang their head up high. This is the best rivalry in the state of Ohio, some say in the nation. Please to all, tune in to my next video coming up sometime next week, right around maybe Thursday, that I will be covering the 2022 Ohio high school football playoff rankings and what division and what teams will be playing who. Now, we all remember they changed it. Instead of the top 12 teams, OHSAA changed it to the top 16 teams. So I will be breaking down that, telling you what ranking were Division I, Region 1, and who they will be playing all the way to Division 7. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless. Once again, the Massillon Tigers defeating the Canton McKinley Bulldogs by the score of 23-13. Everyone, have a great night, everyone. Buckeye Vinny's out of here.